So we just landed from Brazil. We've checked into the hotel. We're going to the bar to meet the mentors, and here they are. Guys! Hey! How are you doing? Good. What's up, lady? How's it going? Hello, man. Hey, Tristan. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All right. Right, you guys need a drink?
Yeah, it's great. I've spoken to a few of them on the phone before. Exchanged a couple of emails. But it's it's good to have us all here in one place, same time, for sure.
In Mayfair at the Berkeley Square.
Oh yeah, good.
Hedge fund called Cathey.
We're breaking down barriers. We're giving retail access to this immense knowledge. For example, like Hisham's just joined the Institute, and he's going to be our new mentor in the Middle East. He's flown over today to spend the weekend with all the mentors. The delegates of the Super Conference don't even know he's going to be here. They're going to be really surprised tomorrow when they meet him. They're meeting literally the #1 fund manager in the Middle East. It's amazing. Like, the Institute's doing some really cool stuff right now, and it makes me really proud to see everyone together.
The guys are fantastic. It's been an awesome experience. We speak the same language. It's terrific to be able to talk markets. You're learning from real traders that have been in the market, that are living it day to day, and that is the gold. People today do not have access to a trading desk at an investment bank. Today, with the team that we have, you do. That changes the game.
See, the beauty of this is I've spent 3-4 years building this, and everyone's speaking to each other globally, on email, on telephone, on Skype, and then for the first time we've got everyone together. This is the beginning of the next leg, and it feels amazing to have everyone here. Really happy.
It's lovely to have us all in one place at the same time. I can't wait for the conference tomorrow. I think it'll be absolutely fantastic. It's going to be a long day. It'll be very, very valuable.
So we're at the Amber Hotel Marble Lodge at the Institute London Super Conference. It's a very punchy day. 45-minute presentations, one after another, all day. So yeah, it'll be a really cool day for the delegates, and great for the mentors to meet everybody in person.
Good.
Hi mate, how are you?
The boss wants to see you. Come. Yeah, he wants to see you inside.
All right.
Hello.
How's it going? You all right? Good to see you.
Hi, Anton.
How's things? You well?
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah. How's the account?
The long went up 16% in a week. So
nice.
yeah, very nice. Very
Market's
nice.
breaking out.
Yeah.
Remember the discussions we had?
Yeah.
It's all come true.
We met them in South Africa for the 3 months program. We were together for 10 days. So still exchange and Steven. So good to see them again. I was not expecting them to see them this morning. No, it's nice. It's nice. It's good. Feels like a family again.
I'm trying to get perhaps more information, more insight as to how mentoring would go, and one of the opportunities perhaps that would arise from that, becoming an institute trader and really taking it to the next step. So I'm really excited for today and all the rest of it as well.
All right, everyone, I want to welcome you all to the ITPM London Super Conference. This is the first time all our senior mentors are in one room together. We're very excited about that. We don't do this very often because it's like having the president and the vice president in the same room. It's a lot of company risk, so this is special, guys. So I want to thank everyone for coming. We're going to have a long day of great presentations from all our senior mentors. To my left are my colleagues, Tristan, Hicham, Gregoire, Chris, Jason, Chris, and Anton. I will be here later presenting about options, but with that, I'd like to introduce the founder and the managing partner of our institute, Mr. Anton Kreil.
Right, guys, thanks for coming. I know it's early, Saturday morning. You've all paid good money to be here, so obviously you're expecting a great conference. I've seen every presentation. They're awesome. You should not be paying $300-400 for what you're getting today. This should be like tens of thousands of dollars. We're going to start today with what sets apart the best and the worst retail traders. So our privilege at the Institute is that once everyone does our education, if what you want to become an Institute trader, you open your trading account after you've done your exam. Then you start trading with real money, your own money. The privilege we have is that we see everything you do. And in its current format, we've collected since September 2013, 2.5 years of data. So now the data is very robust. And this is what the back end looks like. This is how we measure people. So you can see at the bottom of the screen, the brokerage codes for each account. So we have a spreadsheet with 270 of those at the bottom. And what I'm going to show you now is some typical examples of what guys do.
As with life, clearly, we learn more from things going wrong than we do from things going according to plan. So actually, talking about losing trades is not just a cathartic thing to do, but it's also extremely useful, and that's where we're going to learn our best lessons from. Obviously, not a great experience. What do we do with our position? Well, we ended up cutting it around an average of 125, but we can learn some lessons, thankfully. So, first lesson is just a general thing about the words cheap and expensive. So if you remember, when we first started looking at the stock, it was trading at an implied valuation of $1 per barrel. The competition was trading at $4 a barrel. Well, you're thinking, that sounds good, that's a bargain. Well, maybe there was good reason why the stock was trading at a discount. Okay, so that was the horror trade. This is the last strategic asset in the US wireless sector. This is what we did, because we like risk. I had quite a punchy boss at the time, so this is basically called risk arbitrage, takeover arbitrage. That's how we look at the world. So why was this such a good trade for us? Well, obviously, the calls expired worthless. We couldn't have done that situation any better. Obviously, the puts went out worthless as well, so we've taken in all that income, and we're long stock at $10, and it's gone out at 15. Great trade. That's it. Thank you.
I enjoy it very much. It's quite hands-on, and it's interesting to see how these traders tick, and this becomes quite visible. Yeah, so yeah, I'm enjoying my time here.
Today I'm going to be talking about how to set up a hedge fund, the steps, the infrastructure, things you need to do, all the parts.
We have the right man to do it. Somebody who's done it several times. So it's fantastic, good opportunity for everybody to hear it. So from a good source.
I've been trading as an institutional trader for 16 years. Most of that time was spent in hedge funds. 6 of those years was here in London. Worked for a hedge fund in Hong Kong, and I set up my own hedge fund in Singapore. I was actually the only person in Asia in 2013 to raise $100 million and set up a hedge fund. Before I jump into the hedge fund side, this is stuff Anton's already touched on, but I just want to go through it again because I think it is quite relevant. So you've seen the stats from the Institute, which are impressive. But the big thing for me when I talk about trading as a retail trader or as a professional trader is the losses. The making money part just takes care of itself, but you've got to be good at managing the downside. I think of losses as inventory. You can't sell bicycles without paying for them first. You've got to have losses. You can't make profit without having losses. So having a very realistic approach to losses and a healthy approach to managing those losses, I think is critical. So setting up a hedge fund, first and foremost, the most important thing really is having a good track record. It's very hard to attract third-party money unless you've proven you can manage that money with a defined process. And this is exactly why paper trading track records are completely worthless. And this is why no one will ever look at them professionally and give them any weight. Because the one thing they can never test is emotional detachment from P&L. So how can the Institute help? Yeah, it's a good turnout. I'm actually more surprised by how many people have travelled from into country to be here. A lot of people from the US, a lot of people from Asia, different parts of Europe. Yeah, good turnout.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
We're having dinner earlier. It's later.
Yes, we are.
We're
Near Harris School.
Okay, cool. I went to Penn, so I went to...
Took the training classes, and I wanted to come and meet everybody here and get a chance to be face-to-face with folks.
It's been very interesting, and it's quite extensive. They go through it very comprehensively. Yeah, it's been great.
Once you kind of put yourself in and go through the video series and you instantly are able to tell that there's something special here. The amount of experience, I believe there's 100 years of experience combined, so obviously there's much to learn here.
Well, I'm applying for investment banks and hedge funds at the moment, so I'm really interested to see how they can help my interview technique, etc.
I've been on both sides of interviewing and being interviewed at investment banks and hedge funds. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I can claim that I interviewed Anton. And Anton was part of my team for about 3 years. We sat together for about 2 or 3 years. The most important thing is to differentiate yourself from the pack of wannabe traders. You've got to demonstrate why you want to do this. Why do you want to get into this professionally? And to do that, you've got to show that you've got the tools to make money consistently. All very well and good, but why do you want to do it? Why do you want to be a professional trader? Don't say you want to make money. That's the worst thing you can say. What motivates you to trade? I find it fascinating. Why do you want to do this professionally? What's interesting about trading? Why will you be a successful trader? And the easiest way to answer that is to demonstrate your skills. This is exactly where the Institute can come in to help you. Anton's gone through in his slide, Tristan's referred it to in his slideshow. The Institute gives you the track record that is your own personal track record, that is your own personal calling card.
There's a lot of misconceptions about options trading. One of them is that they're very sophisticated. It's not true. That they're very risky, not true. That they're hard to understand, that's not true. That they need to be taught with payoff diagrams like we were in some boring finance class, that's also not true. I will spend the next hour proving that all 4 of these things are not true. Your P&L in the stock position is $4,000. Simply $10 gain times 400 shares. That gives you a return of 66.6%. That's pretty good return for you guys. Or the P&L in the option position was $3,100, which is simply 85, which is the expiration price, minus $75, which was the strike, minus the premium you paid per option, which is $2.25. So essentially every option contract you made $7.75 times 400, which equals $3,100. Now, you actually made more money on the options position. However, your percentage return in this case, because you only outlaid $900, was 344%. Even I'd be happy with that. So see, it takes a long time. It can take a long time for the market to see that you are right. So make sure your timing, you have to be solvent when you are right. It's pretty close to what I tell guys to way to implement their ideas. This is a great extension of the PTM. Implement their ideas in a different way.
It's been amazing. Anton said it is worth tens and thousands of dollars. I mean, he's not lying about that. You can't get this anywhere else.
Obviously, it depends on what's happening. If it's particularly volatile, you might have to look at things a bit more often than normal. But if we're in a kind of normal environment, then I look at my account at the moment. I only look at it sort of 4 times a day.
Avec les actions qu'on t'a données, est-ce que tu as réussi directement à gagner de l'argent? Moi, je me souviens de mon premier trade. Je me souviens d'un qui s'appelait E-Log.
I'm doing the most crucial part of a trading plan. So all about the basics of a trading plan. Stop loss, taking profit, everything. First question for you. How many of you read a book about trading plan? Don't lie, I'm sure. How many of you? Only one? Come on. Come on. I went on Amazon. There is more than 1,000 books. Okay? That means that probably there's more than one guy that read a book here. Okay? So I ended up with like funny titles, all ridiculous. The thing is, and the beauty of the trading plan, it has to be very simple. As Raj was saying, you get the 10K coming, you get the news coming from the government, so everything is changing. So your plan suddenly can be completely destroyed. So first thing first is You do have a plan, but you have to be flexible. All of these traders have been very successful because they were flexible. One of the mistakes many people do is, because they are too lazy or not smart enough, is they take, let's say, you do have like the S&P 500, you sell the 3 at the top and you buy the 3 at the bottom, saying, okay, it's going to be some kind of mean reversion, whatever. Okay, sometimes you're going to make money, but very often you're not going to make money. Because if a stock is selling off, there is a good reason for it. And if a stock is going up, there is another good reason for it. So don't fail in these stupid basics that are very tempted to do because you want to be lazy, you don't want to do your homework. And then, on top of that, you're blaming someone else. You're blaming the market, you're blaming the BBC, or you're blaming the NFP numbers coming too late or too early for you. So basic number 3.
I think everything's gone really, really well. You know, this is the inaugural super conference. We may look to do more in the future. We said that before we came today. If it went well, we would. And I think we're feeling pretty confident that everybody's really enjoyed it. The presentation's been extremely useful for everybody. And yeah, I think when we go to the bar afterwards and have a drink with everybody, we'll close everything off, and hopefully in the future we'll do more. Great presentations today. Everyone enjoyed it so far? Yeah. We try to predict the future. That's what our job is as traders. And we try to position ourselves for the future and make money. That's your function, nothing else. We're going to look today at what's called the pain trade. So here's the 2016, 2017 pain trades. Write them down. So I'm not saying don't do all of these trades. Just be aware of what the pain position is, what the pain trades are, what could actually happen, because the market is not really giving it credit that it could happen, but it's already happening. It's literally already happening. And the hedge funds have showed you that they're doing what I'm saying here you should do. They're doing it themselves, but they're saying something else, like the Fed. I'll leave you with that. Thank you.
We're done. We're almost done because we're going to talk with the guys at the bar, having a few beers, and then we're going to have the dinner afterwards.
And I think we're going to a very top London restaurant, so that'll be good. Yeah, the whole hotel here, everything's been top notch, really. Definitely enjoyed the conference today.
Before the lectures were over, every question that we might have thought to ask was answered. But for the sake of just digging deeper, we would still ask them.
You get to tell them your story of how you've done, how you've gone through the education, and just chat about your strategies and all that kind of stuff, and get really good advice.
We're actually heading out now for our VIP dinner. So we're going to sit down with guys who have bought VIP tickets. We're going to discuss all of their personal trading issues and their plans, basically, and make sure they're going to be set up for the next 3 months.
I could get both the trades wrong.
Every time I meet guys who go through the Institute program, I'm constantly impressed by the quality and intelligence and determination. Very, very impressive.
It's really about making that hard commitment and saying, I'm going to be disciplined and separate time daily, weekly, whatever it is, and make this work. Because like any other athlete or career, you have to invest that time. And I think that's the crucial part about this course is you need to really make the time if you want the returns out of it.
We've had a really productive day. I think the presentations have not only gone down really well, but I think everyone's got a lot out of them. We've had a lot of positive feedback, and as usual, we're getting good questions.
It's going well. It's exactly like South Africa. It reminds me exactly the start of Cape Town when these guys came to us, to Anton, asking questions, and literally you could see in their eyes that they were already understanding what we were doing.
It's going from 2 billion to 6 billion.
It's fantastic to be with the Institute. It's great because it's such a natural gel. I come in, it's just like me, no friends. It's been 24 hours. It really feels like we've been doing this a really long time. Just seeing what the guys presented today, I think the guys have created a playbook effectively for people to follow, and this is something that I was not handed when I started trading. You learn it on your own. So really, it's invaluable.
Introducing Hisham to the Institute. Yeah. It's amazing to have him down from the Middle East, over for the weekend. And he's finally met the team, and now it's onwards and upwards. Guys, cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.